Culture shock.
What's up, guys? It's your girl Abi Ishola with Culture Shock, Nigerians in America. In studio joining me today is Bim Fernandez. She's a budding recording artist, and she recently made headlines when the New York Post profiled her about her plans to become the next Rihanna and what it's like to be the daughter of a Nigerian billionaire. Yes, billionaire. Welcome, Bim.
Yeah.
Okay, so first I want to start with your name.
Okay.
We obviously have the same name, Abimbola.
Right.
And my family calls me Bim. You go by Bim.
Bim.
What was it like having that kind of name outside of Nigeria?
Oh my gosh. Growing up in Scotland was so tough with that name. I was like one of 3 black kids in my school.
Wow.
I would get made fun of constantly.
Wow. What'd you get? I got Bimbo.
You know that song, that In the Jungle song?
Yeah.
They would sing that and stand behind me and go, Abimbola,
Oh,
Abimbola.
God. I know, it's tough.
Literally follow me though. Like follow me down to class and sing that behind me.
Wow. Are people ever surprised that your last name's Fernandez and you're Nigerian?
Some people are, but I think most people know that the Portuguese went to Nigeria and that whole thing happened.
Yeah. Learn our history, right?
Seriously.
Where were you born and where'd you grow up?
I was born in Neuilly-sur-Seine in France. And I grew up in Scotland, in Edinburgh. I went to boarding school there. I went to Fettes College. And then I moved here when I was 18.
You have this new song out now. It's called Let's Take It Naked.
Let's Take It Naked.
It's a very provocative title. Tell us what the song's about.
You could take 2 meanings from the song. Starting out and having my background put out there to the world, I think that I need people to come at me and just be naked. They need to just tell me who they are, what they want, and just be real. Because there's so many fake people. The other meaning, it's more so like a fun, bubbly song that's about a girl and a guy. Like, do you think I'm cute? Do you like me? Do you want to go skinny dipping? Let's get naked.
So it's not like Miley Cyrus naked. It's
not like Miley Cyrus naked. It's like Disney Channel naked.
Okay. Sounds good. Okay, so the question that's on everyone's mind is, what was it like being the daughter of a billionaire? Your dad is Deinde Fernandez.
Ambassador Deinde Fernandez.
Yes.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
It really, when I was little, I really didn't know what we had. I had no idea that we were a lot more privileged than others. I was very sheltered my whole life. I was chauffeur driven everywhere, and I wasn't really allowed to stay at anyone else's house.
Wow.
So it was difficult for me to make a comparison when I didn't really see it. But now I realize, I realize I was very blessed growing up. And, I have to thank my parents for raising us so well and keeping us with good heads on our shoulders.
Wow. And your dad is really he's almost reclusive. We don't really know much about him. He's a billionaire.
He's
but
very
there's not
private.
a lot of information out there on him.
Yeah, he kept our family very sheltered, and he also wanted to just keep us from the media and exposing us to ignorance and racism and hatred. So he was very, very private growing up, and he still is.
Wow. So how does he feel about you stepping out into the world to become a recording artist?
He's really excited, actually. He knows this has been my dream for so long, and he's excited that I'm finally starting to succeed and starting to make a dent in the industry and represent Nigeria. But the only thing he's worried about is safety. He doesn't want me to be kidnapped. He doesn't want anything to happen to me, especially with them exposing his wealth and my address in the New York Post.
Wow. Are you ever afraid of being taken advantage of?
I'm very afraid of that because I think I'm quite naive. I think I like to look at the good in people, and I forget that people really can be nasty and they aren't always honest.
True. And you have names for
oh my
shady
God.
people. We talked about that one.
Yeah, we have the vultures, the vacuums, and what's the other one? I totally forgot. Vultures, vacuums, Velcros.
And what does that mean?
Oh my gosh. Vultures are people who kind of hang around my group and try and infiltrate. The Velcros are like the hanger-oners, like people who just are constantly like following me around. And the vacuums are people who hang out with us and just try and take what they can get. Just suck everything up, but they don't give anything in return.
Wow. And you have a new reality show that's going to be coming out called Gold Blooded, right?
Gold Blooded.
Are you going to be exposing those people in your show?
They will be exposed, so they need to watch out.
Okay. So what's the show about?
Behavior. It's a documentation of a budding artist. It's the development of me from Abimbola, the billionaire's daughter, to the pop star singer.
Okay. So I noticed a lot of criticism towards what you said about wanting to be Rihanna.
Yeah.
Do you want to address that?
I actually would love to. I never said that I wanted to be the next Rihanna. I'm not trying to knock her off her throne. I love Rihanna. I think that she's the pop princess. I would love to be on the same level with her, same amount of success, but I never said that I'm trying to be her. Because I'm my own person, I'm very different. I play guitar, I listen to pop, punk rock, I sing, I'm a singer-songwriter. We're very different people. But I do love me some Rihanna. She's very beautiful.
Really?
Yeah.
How much do you love her?
Well, you're gonna get me into trouble.
Okay, I won't say anymore. The music thing, when did it start for you? When did you realize that you want to be a musician? Because obviously as a billionaire's daughter, people think you can do whatever you want.
Right.
Why would you choose the crazy world of music?
I mean, I started playing violin at 4, so you can actually thank my parents for that. I was forced to play violin at 4. My mom had us do recitals every Sunday. My sister was playing harp, I was playing violin. Every Sunday, she would have the chef make canapes and cocktails, and my dad and my mom would sit in the music room, and I would have to play 3 songs, and my sister would have to play 3 on her harp. So we had a very disciplined childhood with music, and I would play recitals, and also I rode horses. I was in the National Horse Show, but it went from playing guitar to being in the choir at school, at boarding school in Scotland, and then I started playing guitar at 13, and I started writing my own music, and I was listening to punk rock, Courtney Love, and it just carried on from there. I guess music's always been in my blood.
Mm-hmm. Well, speaking of music and rich girls, a lot of rich girls, heiress or socialites have tried their hand at music.
Right.
Paris Hilton,
right.
Kim Kardashian.
Right.
What makes you any different?
I don't call myself a socialite. If people do, I'm flattered, thank you. But I don't look at myself as that. I'm a musician first. I've been singing and playing guitar and violin my whole life. I think the difference between me and them is that Kim isn't an artist, Paris isn't an artist. Love them both, but that wasn't their choice in life, and it's mine. And I'm working so hard for my career, and I'm actually doing all I can to be successful with singing.
How would you describe your style of music? What you're pursuing for your album?
My style of music is so different. I love punk rock, and I love pop, and I love top 40 dance. So I want to combine all of them, and then maybe throw a little hip-hop trap in there too. So it's going to be something completely different, hopefully something that everyone wants to dance to and sing along to, and hopefully something that'll be on the radio everywhere.
So what were the downsides of growing up wealthy?
It's more so about people not actually wanting to be your friend and people not actually liking you for you. I have maybe 3 friends that are real friends.
Wow.
3 people that I can actually count on. And, going through the death of my mom, she died in May, it's a time where you realize who's really your friend, and it's a time where you really need people around you. And it's been tough because I realized that, people aren't there. You don't really have a lot of friends unless you're taking them out to dinner.
Okay. So the music industry in Nigeria is on fire right now.
Right.
I mean, there's so many artists that are doing amazing things and they're selling out stadiums. Do you ever see yourself trying to pursue music in Nigeria?
Absolutely. I want to go everywhere. And, I think the best thing for me would be to go home. My dad's been telling me that for such a long time. He says, no matter what you do, go home. And I think that that's where people really love you. And I think that if you want to succeed, you have to take it back to the motherland.
True. Have you been to Nigeria?
I've been to Nigeria so many times.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. How do you feel about Nigeria?
I love it. I had a lot of fun in Abuja. We stayed at the Nikon Hilton.
Okay.
And I made so many friends there. And I actually, I wasn't expecting it all, but I was there for maybe 6 months when I was 16, and we would go out, we would have shawarmas, we would just go everywhere. It was so much fun. Yeah. We would go to like arcades and stuff. It was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Nice. When was your last time there?
Oh man, I haven't been there in a while. I think maybe 18.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
We should go back together sometime.
Yeah, let's do it. The two Abimbola takeover.
I know, right? So the future of Bim Fernandez as a musician. Where do you see yourself in the next few years?
Oh my gosh, I would love to be playing Madison Square Gardens. My goal is to have a career similar to Rihanna, Katy Perry, Beyonce. They're on top of the pop charts. They're on top of like the pop world, and that's where I want to be.
Which artist would you want to collaborate with?
I would love to do a song with Macklemore, with 2 Chainz, Kendrick Lamar. I think that it would be so unique since I play guitar live and I sing. I think that it'll be really cool to have that kind of collab.
Fusion.
There's
awesome.
nothing like that. What black girl is singing pop rock and playing guitar live? Like, name one.
I can't right
On like top 40 radio. It's not there.
Yeah. So you're definitely trying to fill that void.
Definitely.
Sounds good. So what does your label have in store for you?
Next month, we're coming out with a CD called The Dude Part 2. It is a compilation of every artist on the label. I have 2 songs on there. Let's Take It Naked's on there. And I have a song called Cold Blooded. Cool. So that'll be coming out soon. All of the guys on the label are super talented. So you guys should definitely check it out.
What does Gold Blooded sound like?
You know what? It's actually kind of like a James Bondy anthem. Nice. It's kind of like be proud of yourself, know your worth, and just represent.
That seems to be the theme nowadays, like with Katy Perry,
yeah,
and Lady Gaga.
Definitely.
Empowering songs.
But I think coming from, not even just like my background, but I'm Nigerian, and you know, it's kind of like stand up and represent the motherland and be proud of who you are.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for being on the show, Bim.
Thank you so much for having me.
I can't believe I'm calling you Bim. My name's Bim.
All right. Thanks, Bim.